welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name's Emma and I am a makeup artist. I've had a lot of requests lately to do a makeup look on mature skin. So my model today is my lovely mum. We've gone for a full brown smoke, something that she would wear if she was going out on a night out. Just turn this way. So we've got a little bit of a glowy skin, nice and fresh. Some eyelashes which aren't too big and not going to get in the way. She looks good, 53. So if you want to see how I created this look from start to finish, or you want to get some tips on how to do some mature skin, or maybe you are a mature person yourself and you want to learn how to do something like this, then keep on watching. Thank you so much for coming to watch anyway, and make sure you give my channel a subscribe and make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is start with our eyes as always. I'm going in with P. Louise Base in shade 3. We don't want any white lines here. You will find that a lot of mature clients will say that they don't want any white by their eyebrows. So I'm going to get this all over her eye with a little sponge. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a dark brown. We're going for a full brown smoke today. My mum really does love makeup, like, because I'm doing the type of makeup that she would do if she was going on a night out or something like that. So if you are a mature person who loves the makeup, this will be one that you would like to follow. So I'm using the Jeffree Star Androgony, I think you say, this one. And I'm using this dark brown, the one that's virtually empty. So this is going on a Zoeva 227 brush, and I'm just going to lift up, and I'm going to get this right into a crease in a half moon shape. Okay, so that's the first step done. So we've got a half circle shape of just our dark brown, which is our first shade. All I'm going to go in is with the same brush. I'm just going to make sure that there's no harsh lines and blend this up a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the transition colour, which is going to blend this brown up and fade it out a little bit. So I'm going in with the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette now, and I'm using the shade Subtle, which is this one here. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with the shade that I used before. It's the darker brown, and what I'm going to do is make sure there's no harsh lines between both of the colours, and then pat some of the dark brown all over our lid. And then all I'm going to do is just put a line of black eyeliner just on our lash line. Nothing too dramatic because I don't want like a thick black line. I'm going to use a pencil and then I'm going to use a little brush and I'm going to blend it up into the brown. Okay, and then I've just put some glue on our eyelashes, so I'm just going to get out any fallout from underneath and put some liner on the waterline. Again, we're just going for the black Barry M pencil. Okay, so my mum does actually wear like black eyeliner on top and bottom in everyday life, so that's why it's quite dramatic for a look like this. I'm not sure what lashes these are. They're just like quite long, but they've got some gaps in as well, so they're not going to be too in your face. Okay, now just while the glue sets and they stick down, I'm just going to use some primer all over her face. This is the Bare Minerals Foundation Primer. I'm not going to put too much on. I'm just going to get a nice amount and massage it all around the face with a brush and make sure that it's not too sticky either. So this primer is a little bit like the pore filler ones. So there's a Benefit one, there's Maybelline ones. They just smooth your skin. Make sure that it's not going to sit anywhere. Okay, so the lashes feel dry, so all I'm going to do is when I get her to open, I'm going to hold on here. And then when she opens her eyes, I can pull down a tiny bit just to make sure that they're not stuck. And then I'm just going to coat her lashes in mascara to make sure that they're stuck together, and also her bottom eyelashes as well. Okay, and then on the underneath her eyes, I'm going to put a really small amount of NARS concealer on. This is quite thick concealer, so all it's going to do is make the eyeshadow that I'm going to put underneath stick to it properly. So I'm putting this on with a Zoeva 144 and I'm getting it right underneath the eyelashes. And then with a fluffy brush, this is just a Real Technique base shadow brush, I'm just going to blend it out so there's no lines at all. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the first brown that I used, the darker one on a Zoeva 230, which is just a really small brush. And then back in with the subtle shade on a more fluffier brush, and this is a Crown brush, C528. Okay, so for foundation today, I've gone for a Bare Minerals one, which is just the normal Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation, but I've also mixed in a tiny bit of a darker one, which is just a Revolution one, and that's going to thicken it up, but also just more to match my mum's skin tone. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to walk in now. And then all I'm going to do is with my Real Technique sponge, just blend it all over the skin. And then concealer I'm going to use today is the Gucci one. I've used this on one of my other videos as well. It's from the old collection. It's just called Gucci Face Luminous Concealer. Okay, so again, under the eyes, you don't want to use too much product because it will sit in spaces that you don't want it to. So just use a little bit, and then I recommend using a sponge. One, because it will take any excess off, and two, it will blend it into the foundation nice. And then just with any fluffy brush, so I'm just going to use the Zoeva one, I'm just going to make sure that there's no line between the concealer and the eyeshadow. And then to set the concealer and all around the skin, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish Powder. It's really important not to use too much powder on a mature skin because it's going to dry them out. And then obviously the bits that they want to hide with makeup will come more visible. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit, brush it mostly under the eyes and then excess over the face. Usually my mum just cakes bronzer all over her face with a big massive brush. But what we're going to do now is do some nice cheek bronzing, forehead bronzing, and just bronzing the right places that you're meant to do it. And that's also going to give us more of a highlighted face as well. So I'm using MAC Dark Deep again, Peggy Sage contour brush. Tapping it down the cheekbones. It's going to go on the forehead, underneath the jaw, and down the nose a little bit. Okay, and then we are going to go in with highlight. So my mum actually does really like a highlighter. She uses quite a glittery one. A lot of people say, like, on mature skin, don't use any highlighter, don't use any powder products. You can literally use whatever you want as long as you're doing it properly. And of course you don't use too much, so I'm not going to have big glowing cheeks like I'd have. I pull a little bit on and blend it into the bronzer as well. So I'm going to use the Doll Beauty Champagne Supernova. And I'm just using this goldy one on a Peaches highlighting brush, a little tiny bit. And it's just going to bring the focus to her cheekbones a little bit. Okay, so just nice and fresh looking, and then we're going to go in with blusher. This blush is from Avon. It's Ideal Luminous Warm Flush. So a lot of mature clients will want a lot of blusher on. My mum doesn't wear a lot of blusher, so I'm just going to put just a sweep across her cheeks just to bring some colour into the face, and it will also blend into the highlight. Okay, so brows, my mum has more of a defined eyebrow, so it will just depend on the person that you're doing and how they like their brows. I'm going to use the Revolution Brow Pomade on my mum. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of highlight to her inner corner. So I'm going to use the same highlight that I did before, so it's not going to be too bright, just a golden one. All that's going to do is really open up the eyes with them being so dark. And then for lips, my mum uses like a more like pinky tones. Obviously not bright pink, so we're going to go with like a pinky nudie gloss. So this is Peaches and Cream Babe Gloss, and I'm using MAC Plum Liner. Okay, and then last thing I'm going to do is spray her face with a matte spray. So this is only from Primark. You've seen me on the other videos using the glow ones, but the matte one's really good, and it does set your makeup for days, so it's going to stay on as well. Okay, so that's it. That's the finished look. We've just fixed her hair, which is why she looks a little bit different. She's got a fringe. So we've gone for full brown smoke. It's quite heavy, so it's something probably that she'd wear on a night out, or if she's going for a meal or something like that. Just look down for me. We've got some, well, the big lashes, but they're not too big, so they're not going to get in the way, and they're not going to irritate it either. Thank you so much for coming to watch. If you liked it, then please do give the video a like. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And again, if there's anything that you would like to see, make sure you pop it in the comments or just give me a message. Thank you again.